happy Prime Big Deal Days, day 2 of 2024. Yesterday, I shared 50 amazing deals, totally different from what I'm doing today. It was things that either I have in love or things that I am planning on purchasing. Today, I'm actually doing something a little different. We've got 50 totally different deals. These are highly requested products that you guys have asked me to look for. These are my top sellers from previous Prime days, not just in July, but like even last year, and also Amazon top sellers. It's all gonna be numbered up on screen and linked in the description bar and comment section below, so it's very easy to shop. And we'll go ahead and get started with product number 1. This was hands down my most requested item to find, and so I wanted to put it as number 1. It is the Shark lift away vacuum. My mom actually has this one. I don't. She's very serious about her cleaning products. This is a number 1 bestseller, and it has over 106,000 reviews on Amazon. That is definitely something you're gonna see a lot today. Like, I don't think I have maybe but like a couple products from this video. So I'm going heavily based off of reviews when I found these and then brand names. Now, number 2 is the It Cosmetics CC Cream, but they actually have a lot of their stuff on a deal today, I believe. So It Cosmetics as a whole brand is incredible. I talked about a brush yesterday that I'm planning on purchasing, but I'm actually wearing the It Cosmetics CC Cream today. They have a matte version, but as someone with oily skin, I like the matte version. I like the regular one. It just depends on kind of what you want it to feel like. CC cream is phenomenal for so many people, but specifically girls like me who have a lot of redness because it is color correcting, but know that their colors are a little bit darker than they sound like. So like fair beige or even like light beige, you would think that's super fair, and I would say that's actually a little bit darker than most. This was what a lot of people asked me to find were little tech items. I personally love a good laptop stand, but my husband swears by his laptop stand just because it's a lot easier when you do have multiple screens to also have your laptop at the same height. So very random, but wanted to include it today since I got a lot of requests. I also had a lot of requests for Magna-Tiles, and hands down my boy's favorite. I could play with Magna-Tiles all day. My husband loves to play with Magna-Tiles with the boys. You actually need a lot more than you think. So err on the cautious side and like get the bigger option. This is actually my favorite brand of the Magna-Tiles though. I find that this brand has a lot of bells and whistles and stickers and extra little pieces versus some other ones that are a little bit more basic. So Montessori toys were highly requested, and I cannot say enough good things about Magna-Tiles. And honestly, I've seen 7, 8, 9-year-olds play with Magna-Tiles, and my 14-month-old and 2.5-year-old play with them. So it's definitely going to last a long time too. Product number 5 are the Simple Modern cups. I don't believe that the 40-ounce cups are on a deal, but definitely check them out. We have the 20-ounce for our boys, and then I have 40-ounce for me, but these are 100% leak proof. They are incredible, and that's why we actually have the black and white smiley face pattern for our boys. But the fact that they're leak proof is really nice for kids and for moms who have little kids who like to knock over their water constantly. Number 6 is a Nordic Track treadmill. I actually have a different model than this. This one it's kind of got all the bells and whistles to still be simple. So the 12-3-30 workout is very much so life-changing if you've never done it. It's 12 incline, 3 speed for 30 minutes. Definitely ease into it if you've never done it. It will knock you on your butt the first couple times, but it is such a good walking workout and a great beginner-friendly workout too. But this treadmill has incline, so that's really important because not all of them, and even like walking pads, don't have incline, and incline is what is gonna pack that punch to the walking. This one has over 33,000 reviews, so that's why I'm including this particular model. We did not purchase ours from Amazon, but Nordic Track entirely, like I've really not heard a lot of bad things about it. And when I asked people on Instagram what was their number 1 recommended treadmill brand when we were looking for ours, it was Nordic Track. So they have a few different models on Prime Day, and I wanted to make sure I included it because it has an incline. Number 7, I have purchased and I'm planning on taking with me when you are actively watching this video. I am at the YouTube Holiday House in California with YouTube, and I'm so thankful to have been invited. But the first thing I did when I found out I was going was I was like, okay, I need to get a portable sound machine, because after you have babies in your room, you get kind of used to that white noise machine, and this thing is teeny tiny, but powerful and loud. Had I known that this brand actually existed when I had little kids, I probably would have purchased this one because it's much smaller than the portable ones we used to use, and I like the battery life on it as well. And while it doesn't have a lot of reviews, I think it only has about 400 at the time of filming this, I personally really like this one. Number 8, this Snackle Box container. We actually took to the beach with us because it was so convenient to have. You could put goldfish, you know, strawberries, blueberries, the whole nine. You could cut them all up and put them in separate compartments, or you could take them out and like put a bunch of sandwiches in the bottom. It has an easy carrying handle to it. So it's a very like universal, multi-purpose snackle box, but you can also get a 1-pack or a 2-pack. Weight benches are something that make a minor difference in your workouts, but like have major effects. So when you're doing something like any kind of pressing, I'm finding with your arms, if you work out at home, when you're laying on the ground, you can only go as far back as your elbows will go on the ground. When you have this, you can extend that workout back, and it's going to then give you more movement for the actual exercise. I hope that makes sense, but I have just found specifically with arm workouts, when I'm laying back on this bench, it makes a huge difference in how my arms look and feel. It also has over 24,000 reviews, and it is a #1 bestseller on Amazon too. Product number 10, they're a top seller of mine every single year within the top 10 overall of every category. They are black felt hangers, and I think the reason why is everybody uses hangers, but if all of your hangers are one color, even if you don't organize your closet in any other way, it's gonna make everything look more organized, and that is what I love. They're very grippy and hold onto your clothes. You can also get different colors, and it has over 198,000 reviews. People love their hangers, and I am clearly one who talks about it every year. It's always a top seller of mine. Now, I get a lot of requests for Dyson vacuums, specifically cordless ones, and so I always want to mention them, but I have to like make sure I note, this is not the one we have, and I don't recommend you get this particular kind if you have animals. They do have some that have a bigger compartment that holds the hair, so you're not emptying it out as much. My mom has this exact style though, because she has literally 1 cat, and it's super convenient for that aspect. It is very lightweight. Like I notice a huge difference when I'm using my mom's vacuum versus mine. Yes, I did already tell you she has a Shark vacuum in the beginning of this video. The woman has multiples just like I do. We're very particular about our stuff and what we want them for. So very convenient and on a deal today. Number 12 is the Diamond Dazzle Stick. You can get a 1-pack, but I recommend just going ahead and getting like the 3 or 4-pack. This is the quickest, easiest way to clean your jewelry. It's not a super deep clean. What you're gonna do is just like, I use it for my ring a lot. I'll wet my ring under warm water. I will take the actual stick, I'll twist the bottom, and it pushes the product. It's like kind of like a gel up through the top brush. I'll brush it, and then I'll rinse my ring off again in seconds. Your jewelry is going to sparkle like you have never seen it sparkle before. These are really affordable, which is again why I recommend getting the 3-pack. You're gonna be obsessed with them, but they're also a top seller of mine every year, which is why they're in today's video. That and the fact that they have 53,000 reviews. Number 13 is not my specific mirror, but I get a lot of requests for the mirror that I have, and it's actually a top seller of mine on like a different platform. I got mine from Walmart, and people are always like, is that a stock? Like, do you have a similar one? Do you have a similar size? And when I saw this was gonna be on a deal, I was like, yes, I love an oval mirror. I think it's so modern and just a little bit different from a black basic mirror. There are 4 different sizes and colors. The only thing I wanna note is that I think why people like mine a lot is that it does have a stand to it. This one, you either have to hang or like mount or lean. It doesn't have its own personal stand to it. But there's just something about an arched mirror that looks so good in my opinion. Number 14 are nipple covers. If you like Cake's nipple covers, but personally, I kind of get a little frustrated because if I was wearing something like this, and I wanted to wear a nipple cover, the Cakes aren't going to stick. So these are the same size as Cake's nipple covers. They're huge, but they're actually 100% sticky. They come in different colors so you can get them to match your skin tone. And they do come in different sizes based on what size your actual boobs are. But I have got to say, these things are so convenient because they're not these like tiny little round things that are just so obvious. Like when you wear a tiny round nipple cover, it just sticks out like a sore thumb. Because these are so big, you're like, oh my my God, that's excessive. But no one notices them. And I just find that these are hands down the ones that I'm reaching for. The longer the time goes, more than my cakes, because they are 100% sticky and I don't have to worry about them falling away from my body. Number 15 is the Haka reusable pouches. These are for little kiddos. If you want to make your own food, Haka is an amazing brand. They're dishwasher safe, freezer safe. You can get a 2-pack and 4-pack, and you can get 3 different colors as well. Number 16 are the Mighty Patches. These were one of my top sellers last year and every year. And every time I mention them, I have to mention that my sister-in-law actually, the night before she was marrying my brother, was like, hey, I broke out. I started my period. What the heck am I supposed to do? I went and gave her some Mighty Patches. I said, go home, take your makeup off, put these on. When you wake up tomorrow, wash your face, put another one on, and then don't take it off until right before you do your makeup. Those breakouts were completely gone, and they were hormonal breakouts. So these do work best if the breakout is almost at a whitehead or at a whitehead, which is really gross, but you don't want to pop a bump and then create a scar. So I just love these. There is nothing that works as good as these do. So I know you guys have heard that story 1,000 times, but it's a top seller every year, and I know why. I'm in love with these, and I watched it work before my very eyes on my sister-in-law for her wedding. They have over 145,000 reviews, and they're #1 bestseller on Amazon. I will always ride or die for Mighty Patch. This 16-ounce oil dispenser has me intrigued. I personally purchased this because it has 2 different ways to dispense oil. It has a little pump on the top so it can actually shoot oil out and spray it, or you can lift a little top up and it will pour it. Personally, I just always tend to have a heavy hand when cooking, and so I liked the spray feature because if something calls for olive oil, I'm not trying to put a cup in there, but I seem to always do that. This is actually a very incredible little gadget, and the oil doesn't leak, which was a huge bonus and something that I was unsure of. So I purchased this to see, and when it did not leak and I could spray it and it just like perfectly covered the bottom of my pan but wasn't too much olive oil, I was sold. They have a few different colors. You can get some 2-packs and some individuals, but they do look like they're all at least 16 ounces each. Number 18, this electric spin scrubber was viral on TikTok. There are a number of different brands and styles. They have, I mean, a billion different attachments. Personally, I have this, and I think it's the most convenient for cleaning the shower or up super high when you still need to really get in there and get, you know, some elbow grease, but you can't actually get up there. We use these a lot at our old house, but really have started using it more now that we've moved in the last year. Easy to charge, and it's an Amazon Choice product too. Number 19 is an air purifier. I was asked to find some of these, and I am gonna link this one. This brand though has a variety of different like sizes and colors. I don't know why I'm into the word variety a lot in this video, but that's the one word we're using today. But this brand seemed very reputable, kind of across the board. It seemed like they had the most sizes, the best reviews, regardless of what size. This brand I have seen over and over and over to be the most consistent and reputable. It has over 28,000 reviews, and it is a #1 bestseller on Amazon at the current moment. Number 20 is a luggage set, and this, I would say, of all the luggage sets, I see every Prime Day as like an influencer favorite. That's not like, you know, no, it's not like labeled anywhere or anything, but I feel like I hear a lot of girls talk about this. So while I don't personally own it, when I do get asked to cover luggage, I always want to link this brand because it seems as though those who travel a lot really like this one. This does have a TSA lock. It looks like it's got 360 wheels. This is a 3-piece, but they have a couple that are 2-piece or individuals, and then they all come in a variety of like colors as well. So again, I don't personally own it, but I see this brand talked about over and over every Prime Day. Product number 21 are these hand weights. Now you can get individuals, you can get a little 3-set, you can get like even heavier weights than what I am showing you. Personally, I wish I would have started out with a weight stand like this, because now all my weights just sit on the ground and we like need to actually get a weight bench. I just haven't like just finally pulled the trigger and gotten one. But if you are starting to work out, I know you kind of want to err on the cautious side of like, oh, I'm only gonna get 1 set of weights and just see how I go. I do wish I would have gotten the little like 3 or even like 5-pack ahead of time. So Just something to know if you are a workout from home person. But this is the brand that I use pretty much exclusively, and it has over 100,000 reviews. So I really like these because they don't ever hurt my hand at all. You want to talk about a top seller. I don't think anybody has ever obsessed over a lip gloss the way that you guys obsess over these every Prime Day. So I always mention them. The NYX Butter Glosses are so pretty. You can get a 3-pack, you can get individual colors. There's over 111,000 reviews at the time of filming this. It's an Amazon Choice product. Personally, I feel like you get the best bang for your buck when you buy the 3-pack. But at the current moment, I don't see like a 3-pack of the same color. So like the 3-pack will have 3 different colors versus me who's like pretty set to creme brulee. So just a heads up, creme brulee is like my one tried and true. So I'll be getting just an individual one this year. Number 23, this gray sweatshirt is hands down one of my most worn items. I actually own 2, both an extra large because I want that oversized fit, but I wore this so much last fall. I literally was like, okay, I like wanna wear my gray sweatshirt and it's in the freaking washing machine because my kids spilled something on it. So I have 2 of these and I wear them constantly. It's soft, washes and dries beautifully. The color does not fade. It's thick. It looks a little bit nicer than just like an average slouchy sweatshirt, which I really appreciate, but it does fit true to size, or you can size up and you're gonna get a little bit more length too. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and get like a black, maybe even a like navy blue in this year, but I own 2 in the gray and I will ride or die for the sweatshirt until the end of time. Now, number 24, I'm gonna link both ice makers under this one number, but I get asked every year to mention ice makers, and the GE ice maker is just hands down my favorite. I purchased it July Prime Day, I believe, of 2023. It might have actually been the October one. It makes £1 an hour, so as long as you plan ahead, you can have coolers and coolers full of ice. And it's nugget ice, which is, in my opinion, truly superior. Nugget ice is the best. This tank top set is truly incredible. Does not have cups in it. I do think that these are great for working out because it has compression, but it's not tight. But these are also really nice for layering. I see them all over my Instagram. And what I like about this particular brand is you can actually pick length options. It does seem like everything kind of comes in a 3-pack, but you can get a cropped tank, or you can get one that's a little bit longer if you have a long torso or don't like for your belly to ever show. I have a long torso. I would not recommend getting the cropped one, but I have the black, gray, and white, and I wear these all the time. I'm wearing them less now that it's getting cooler out, but I mean, during the summer, if you follow me on Instagram, you saw me wearing these constantly. Number 26, this is a Roborock vacuum, but it also is a mop. It is a wet, dry mop vacuum, and it is a smart vacuum. So you can actually hear it when it's running. It will detect that it is about to come to a rug, a piece of carpet, whatever, and it will switch off the mop feature and turn on just the vacuum. So I have never had like my rugs, even like the edge of them, be wet. It maps your entire house, so it's gonna remember the floor plan, know where to go. It is just overall one of the most incredible machines, but there are a few different models, and definitely the more bougie the machine, the more expensive the price. If you don't wanna have to like empty it at all, hardly ever, you really want it to like auto wash and auto empty, you are gonna have to kind of move up in the model. But I had a lot of requests for people who were like, please, if Roborock is on a Prime Day deal, link it. So I wanted to link this one. And then product number 27 is actually the exact brand that we have. So definitely up there in price point, but this one is auto washing, auto drying, auto emptying, like, or I guess technically self-emptying, self-drying, self-washing, the whole 9. I have mine set to like empty itself a few times, and I've never opened up the mop water and been like, oh, this smells, because it doesn't keep the like crumbs that it picks up in hair combined with the liquid. It's totally separate. So when it empties and washes itself, it really does a good job. So definitely hefty price point, but I got asked to cover it. I will never stop talking about this thing. Number 28 is the bougie stroller that we actually purchased for Ezra. We used it for Roman until they got older, and then they wanted to see each other. So we went ahead and got a wagon. I say that because I love this stroller so much. Personally, my boys are wagon lovers though. So This is a very nice quality product, hands down, the like Mercedes of strollers. The smoothest drive. I love the attachments. It's easy to put together, easy to fold down. It just is so nice. It's easy to wash, but we love it so much. We stopped using it when the boys went to the wagon that we actually gave this to my brother and sister-in-law who are expecting their first baby in February because it is very expensive. It comes with a toddler seat and then the bassinet. And so I was just like, you guys, we have loved this thing so much and our boys just don't love it now. Please take it. Please use it for your little girl. And I just know that they are going to be so happy with it. So there's a number of colors on the deal, but I just can't say enough good things about it. It definitely just depends. Like if you have 2 kids, I find that my boys especially are just happier in the stroller and stay if they can see each other. But yeah, no regrets. It's a great price point, and I'm happy that, you know, my brother gets to use it too, because we purchased ours in 2021, like October 2021, and he's gonna use it for his little girl when she's born February of 25, and it still looks brand new. And when I say we used that thing, I mean we used that thing. I am a stroller lover. Number 29 are the Shokz headphones. Oh my goodness, my husband loves these specifically for work because they actually sit on the outside of your ear. And so that's why he likes them, because he can wear them, listen to music, listen to podcasts, whatever. And if someone comes up and calls his name, he immediately can turn around, keep them playing. And then he can turn back and he can still hear the whole time. So very convenient. You can run in these. Sam says they do not hurt his head, but he says they're very lightweight and the battery power on them is really powerful too. There's over 29,000 reviews on that one, but Sam personally, every Prime Day, he's like, you're gonna talk about the Shokz headphones, right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna talk about them. I always get asked to find Nespresso machines for you guys. So this one is a really, really nice one. Nespresso pods, you can get them on Amazon too, which is really convenient. But this one looks very similar to the one we have. I'm not entirely, it's called like Pop Plus. I'm not entirely sure what that is, but I know that this was a model that was like recommended and people tend to like it. Like I've seen this machine a couple times. So since it was the most similar to the machine we have and love and I talk about a lot, I wanted to link this one for you guys today too. Now, number 31 is a walking pad. I wanted to know and really get into the nitty gritty about the Nordic Track treadmill that I talked about, because that one had incline, the walking pad does not. You're also not supposed to run with walking pads. They are strictly for walking and they actually are a pretty slow pace in at least my experience. I think if I'm like wanting to really break a sweat during a workout, the treadmill is the better option. But if you're just trying to get those steps in, if you stand to work, the walking pad is very convenient. You can stand them up. So they're as discreet as a walking pad could be. This is an Amazon Choice product. It does come with a remote. It does say that it is low noise and it has an LED screen display on the bottom of it. So looks like it's kind of got all the bells and whistles to still be a pretty basic and good priced out walking pad. Now this thing seems super convenient. I don't travel enough to justify it, but I have seen a lot of like much bigger Amazon influencers talk about this and they swear by it. It is a portable dryer. You can use it like for an apartment, RV, any kind of traveling that you have. And it looks like it essentially just hangs from like any little rod. You could probably do even like a bathroom, like shower curtain rod or a closet rod, but it does say that it's for like lighter clothes that you just need dried and steamed very quickly. So very intrigued by it. But again, I don't travel enough to use that. Now, number 33 is a very, DeLonghi, I believe is how you say that, machine. This is an espresso machine. And I know that it's definitely up there for people who like their espresso. I think that this is definitely a step above the Nespresso. It is very bougie, very expensive, but people who like their espresso a certain way and really know how to make it want a full machine like this. So I had a few requests to mention this if it was on a deal today, and it is. Number 34, a gel nail light. Now, of course, my nails aren't done while I'm filming this. We have literally just gotten our power back from Hurricane Helene. We lost power for 5 days and I anxiously picked my nails the entire time. But I have been loving doing my gel nails from home and pretty much exclusively that's all I've done. And my light that I purchased with my kit forever ago actually kicked the bucket. So I repurchased a different light, but I wanted a different brand. I got this exact brand and I have been way happier with it than I ever was the other one. It's a really good compact size, very powerful. It does have some buttons on the top, so it's easy to adjust the time based on what you need. It's motion censored, so when you slide your hand in, the time starts, or you can turn it on to just like basically stay on the entire time. It has over 50,000 reviews, and it is the #1 bestseller for this particular like UV light gel, you know, product. But I've had mine for a couple weeks and I've been very, very happy with it. The T3 Curl Switch Kit. Oh, I love this. I am a T3 girly. I exclusively use the Air Wrap or a T3 product of some kind on my hair. I actually use the T3 for these waves. I just love this brand and have since 2019, I think, might have even been 2018. Just the best curling iron brand. It doesn't damage your hair and the curls freaking last. I have on my Instagram like a hair highlight tab. There are so many videos that I have in those hair highlight tabs where I wake up and like you can tell my hair like hasn't been brushed, but it's still perfectly curled. Like this, I didn't touch these curls up today. I went to bed yesterday, my hair looked like this, and I woke up, ran a brush through my hair, and this is what I'm left with. So T3 is the best. I wanted to include the switch kit because it is kind of like a 3-for-1 deal. If you've never tried T3, maybe just start out with a basic curling iron. It does not matter what you use. I know you will love it. I use the, I believe it's like the 1.75, whatever the body waver is, the biggest curling iron they make. That's what I use on my hair, and it's just beyond incredible. Number 36 is a Shark cordless vacuum. I did get some requests for this. Again, I do not have this product, but it looked like it had a pretty good amount of reviews. At least just like the Shark brand did. This particular model did not, but they have a few different models that are on a deal. And I like that this one kind of had like a full different detached piece, I guess, from it. So again, I'm a Dyson girl, but I got some requests specifically for the Shark handheld vacuum, like cordless vacuum. So I wanted to link this one. Number 37, this puffer vest. I personally have and love. It fits true to size. It is very warm. It is cropped. It comes right about to my belly button. I do have a long torso, but I don't think it would be much longer on anyone with an average torso. Again, fits true to size and is warm, but it comes in 13 different colors and has over 2,000 reviews. Number 38 was a top seller of mine during the July Prime Day, so I wanted to link it here. They do have a double or a triple option. We have the triple hamper. It is the most convenient thing ever because you can separate out your laundry before it even has to go into the wash. I've never been someone who really had laundry separated pre-doing my laundry, and now I'll never be without it. I also like that this has handles on the top that are fabric, so they kind of like can be hidden in the actual basket as you throw clothes in there. But when you pull it up out of the actual holder that it's in, the bottom also has a handle, so you can just take that bad boy and shake it and dump it right into your wash and you're good to go. They do have a couple different color options as well. We have the beige one. There is a lid, but we don't really use the lid on ours, but we've just been super happy with it. Number 39, the Graco car seat. I do get a lot of requests for Graco car seats. I personally have never used this one. I mentioned the Even Flow in yesterday's video. At 6,300 reviews, it's an Amazon Choice product, and I really am like particular about my car seats. So I just need to know, Even Flow is my fave, but I was asked to find Graco. The next product is the Grande Lash Serum. Oh, the best serum ever. After 6 weeks of consistent use, you're literally gonna wake up and be like, whose lashes are these? There's no way these are mine and they're not false. Like, I just love how long my lashes are, and the longer that you use it, the thicker that they make your lashes look. But it's not unnatural, which I really like. I do recommend, if you're not sure about the product, get a trial size first, like a little travel size, but make sure you get a 6-week supply, because that's definitely gonna be the when you see the most results when you use it daily. If you only use it like inconsistently for 2 weeks, you're not gonna see the lash growth that you want. But they are on an Amazon deal, so it's a great time to try it out. Paula's Choice BHA is an incredible product. It's a liquid exfoliant, and the longer you use it, the more it's just gonna make those pores disappear. But if you are a rosacea girly like me and you have a lot of redness, this is actually still safe to use, and honestly, my skin loves this stuff. I am actually out of mine, so I am planning on repurchasing. I will go a couple days without. I just didn't have great planning, but I will go ahead and purchase this on Prime Day because I love this. And again, this is one you can get like a little trial size if you're not sure. I would say ease yourself into this though. It is the best for making those pores just disappear and helping a lot with texture too, which is why it works for girls with rosacea. Living proof is always included, at least in my experience, always included on Prime Day, and I always stock up. I like their regular dry shampoo, but their advanced clean is my favorite. I'm planning on restocking. I hope that their hairspray's on a deal. I didn't see it on the list, but I really hope it is because I need to restock on that. Their texture spray is incredible. Their heat protectant is incredible. Their stuff is, I believe it's like paraben free and phthalate free maybe. I can't remember if it's sulfate free, but this is a cleaner brand for dry shampoo, and you guys know we love our dry shampoo. So wanted to mention this. And of course you can buy it on their regular website. I'm sure they have like thousands of reviews everywhere, but on Amazon it has 13,000, which is a big number. You wanna talk about random? This is actually something we're planning on purchasing because we, for the first time in our life, have like 3 spouts for hose pipes and we just need one. And then randomly someone was like, this is super weird, but do you know if any like garden hose, like storage is gonna be on the deal? And I was like, actually, yes, we're looking at that too. So wanted to include it in today's video because this one can hold 100 feet worth of your hose pipe, and it is a #1 bestseller. So pretty decent, but we don't have it yet. Most random product ever. Number 44, I can't believe I'm saying this. I think it's because they just got on Amazon recently. Aura rings are on Amazon Prime Day. You guys, that is a huge deal. I cannot believe that. I love my Aura ring. I have done a review on it in a different video, but it's basically like an Apple Watch, but in ring form, but better at measuring. It measures a lot more, tracks your cycle. It just has so many health benefits, and I don't wanna make this video super long and focused on the Aura ring, but I cannot recommend this enough if you're not crazy about the Apple Watch or you're really trying to track your overall health and not just like your fitness itself. The Aura ring being on a deal, I'm so excited. So I know you guys, a lot of you asked if this was gonna be on a deal, and it is. This Ninja coffee maker was a top seller of mine last year because it is the exact coffee maker that we have and I love and I never stop talking about because it has a frother built in, and you can put K-cups in this or make a full pot of coffee. So very universal. It's really nice if you don't wanna have multiple appliances, but I say this anytime I mention an appliance because it's what I was told and I believe it too. It doesn't matter what model you get. It doesn't matter what you're looking for. If you get a Ninja appliance, you're gonna be happy with the quality. So this one has over 13,000 reviews on Amazon, and it is a personal favorite in the Robinson household. With that being said, I also wanted to include a Ninja air fryer. People are very specific about their air fryers, and Ninja always seems to be the one I get requests to link. So this one is included. It does look like they have a 4 and then a 5.5 quart available. Personally, I have a Ninja Foodie because it does the air fryer and the slow cooker or the pressure cooker. That's what I'm trying to say. So I love the Ninja Foodie for that aspect. But if you're looking for an actual just air fryer, this one seems very highly rated. And again, it doesn't matter what model you get, just get a Ninja brand and you'll be happy with it. Now, I get asked from time to time to talk about my journey through influencing and content creation. And honestly, as point blank as I can say it, I would rather watch grass grow. There is so many things that go into content creation, and I just genuinely have never enjoyed talking about it. Not because it's like gatekeeping or like I don't know some kind of special secret. It's just, there's so much. The one thing I will say is that camera equipment, even from when I started my channel, has come such a long way. Point and shoots now are not what they used to be. So I actually film pretty much exclusively on the camera that I'm linking here. It's a Sony camera. I like the settings on it. I think it's easy to set up. It's very, very nice quality. I know some people are really about their DSLRs, but I like for my videos to just, I mean, it's what I'm doing. I'm sitting in my bedroom. I'm talking to you guys. I don't like the fancy backdrops and like all the, you know, fancy stuff. I just need something that's simple, that's going to record, that's gonna, you know, stay in focus and be easy to adjust the light if the light is like coming in funky in my room. And that's what this does. So Depending on what you need, you may need a nicer, more luxurious, expensive camera. But the Sony for me has become one of my favorites, especially for the sound quality. So I use this particular camera and I am so happy with it. OXO salad spinner. I talked about a different brand one yesterday, and it doesn't matter what brand you get. I did get asked to talk about this one though, because I've mentioned it a couple times and done some videos on my Instagram, because yes, you can use this for salad spinner, getting all the water off your lettuce, but we use ours for fruit. A lot of people say you should wash the fruit as you eat it to make it last longer. It's not ever gonna last longer than 4 or 5 days in my house anyway. So I'm only gonna wash it all at once, because that just, like, the idea of washing fruit every single time my kids want fruit, which is 700 times a day, is awful. So I wash it all at once, and you basically just like tap the little lid, like the little pump on the lid, and it's going to really spin it and get all the water off, which is going to prolong the life of your fruit, salad, you know, lettuce, anything like that. So it's very convenient to have for multiple reasons, but for us, it's heavily used for fruit washing. I went back and forth about including the owlet sock in this video because I personally don't recommend it, but I had enough requests that I wanted to mention it. I know some people have said that their siblings loved it so much, and I know that it is either you absolutely hate it or you love it and think it's the best thing ever. Personally, I found myself watching it constantly when Ezra was little. Anxiety as a new mother is totally normal, and anyone who tells you otherwise is a liar or they forgot. It is totally normal. But I found that this actually made me more anxious because I was constantly watching it to make sure Ezra was breathing. But it actually wasn't the most accurate. Like, there was one time it kept saying it needs to be tighter, it needs to be tighter, it needs to be tighter. And Sam was like, Mo, we're not making this any tighter on his foot. And when we like pulled it off, there was literally an imprint in his tiny little baby foot. And I felt so bad, but it was telling me like it couldn't read. And we have friends who have even said, they're like, we put it on her and it would just constantly tell us, like, it would beep in the middle of the night and be like, we can't get a read on her. And we'd go in and like freak out, and she was totally fine. So I don't recommend it, but again, people are either like they love it or hate it, and I've had so many requests that I did want to include it, but it's not a personal recommendation that I can give. The last one I can absolutely recommend. I adore my Peloton, and I have actually been doing a lot more of the Peloton arm workouts too with Cody Rigsby. So I'll do, you know, you'll do like a few minutes of the spinning and then you'll stop and do the arm workouts. Oh my God, that man is insane. One thing I particularly like about the Peloton though, is your form has to be a specific like way. You really have to grip those handlebars a certain way. And when I got my Peloton, I didn't do the arm workouts on the Peloton at first, and I started getting a lot of compliments specifically on my shoulders. And people were like, you look so ripped. And I was like, thank you. And I noticed it was simply because in order to keep the right form on that bike, you have to hold on a certain way, and it was making these muscles really look good. So it's amazing. It's not just like for legs. I love my Peloton. I ride it constantly. And so of course I wanted to mention it for today's video. And with that being said, we are done. I can't believe it. It is the end of Prime Day 2. We have made it through another one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.